શૈલીકુમાર આજનો દિવસ એટલા માટે ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે, તમને સૌને ખબર છે કે એક્ઝેક્ટ 50 years before આજના દિવસે એમણે અમેરિકામાં પગ મૂક્યો હતો. સો એમની અમેરિકાની એન્ટ્રીની આજે બર્થડે છે. Isn't it good? અને એમને 50 વર્ષ પૂરા થયા આ ધરતી પર. આ ધરતી એમને ધરતીને આપણને આ રાણા રાગન જેવું સરસ દિલ્હી કેટલું બધું આપ્યું છે. એમની જોરદાર તાળીઓ સાથે સ્વાગત કરીએ. વેલકમ.
જેણે અમેરિકાની ધરતી ઉપર આજે પગ મૂક્યો 50 વર્ષની જર્ની થઈ છે. વિધાઉટ બેંક બેલેન્સ, ઝીરો બેંક બેલેન્સ સાથે જે માણસ આવ્યો હતો, પંજાબ યુનિવર્સિટીનો ગોલ્ડ મેડાલિસ્ટ જે વ્યક્તિએ 20 વર્ષની એજે અમેરિકાની ધરતી ઉપર પગ મૂક્યો હતો અને આજે મોટું સામ્રાજ્ય જમાવ્યું છે. અને એમનો ગોલ છે જે રાણા રેગન અહીંયા છે, અમેરિકાના મોટા ભાગના શહેરો જ્યાં ઇન્ડિયનની કોમ્યુનિટી વધુ છે ત્યાં એક જગ્યાએ આવા સેન્ટરો ખોલવા માંગે છે અને ફ્રી ઓફ સર્વિસ પ્રોવાઈડ કરવા માંગે છે. જેણે 3 વર્ષ સુધી 4 વર્ષ સુધી આ સંસ્થાને જ્યારે કોઈ હાથ પકડનારો નહોતો ત્યારે એને પોતે ઓફર કરી આ બિલ્ડિંગનું 80,000 વાર્ષિક ટેક્સ ભરે છે. છતાં પણ એણે આપણા માટે બધું ઘણું કર્યું. $2 લાખ બીજો ખર્ચ છે, એક્સપાન્સ કરવાનો છે આ બિલ્ડિંગને, એની પણ એણે જવાબદારી લીધી છે કે સ્ટુડન્ટો માટે બધું કરી. ત્યારે આપણી ફરજ છે કે જે માણસે 50 વર્ષની જર્ની પૂરી કરી હોય આ દેશમાં અને ઝીરો બેંક બેલેન્સ સાથે જેણે અહીંયા દેશમાં પગ મૂક્યો, આજે મોટું સામ્રાજ્ય જમાવ્યું છે. અહીંયા માસ્ટર ડિગ્રી કર્યા બાદ એમણે અમેરિકાની અંદર ઇલેક્ટ્રોનિક્સ બિઝનેસમાં જપડાયું. એની પાસે 22 એના નામની પેટન્ટ પેન્ડિંગ છે અને ત્યાર પછી ખૂબ જ પ્રગતિ કરી. આજે જુઓ, જ્યારે રેગનમાં સલાહકાર બોર્ડમાં પણ એ હતા અને આજે પ્રેસિડેન્ટ આપણા જે ટ્રમ્પ છે એનાથી સૌથી નજીક હોય તો શાલિકુમાર છે, જેણે RSC હિન્દુ રિલિજિયસ કોલિએશન જે સ્થાપના કરી અને એને કારણે આજે આપણે બધા પોલિટિક્સમાં ખૂબ આગળ છીએ. એ માણસે પાકિસ્તાનની એડ અટકાવી, જે મદદ મળતી હતી પાકિસ્તાનને કોઈ પણ રીતે પ્રેસિડેન્ટ સાથે કરી અને એમણે પાકિસ્તાનને જે ટેરરિસ્ટમાં પૈસા વપરાય એ બધું એડ અટકાવી. આ માણસે ઘણું કર્યું છે કોમ્યુનિટી માટે. અને જ્યારે અહીંયા આટલા વર્ષો થયા હોય તો એના માટે પણ આપણે આજે થોડોક સમય સેલિબ્રેશનમાં ટાઈમ કાઢીએ અને એમને એપ્રિશિએશન કરીએ કે આપણી ફરજ છે. પ્લીઝ કમ ઓન, વેરી Shallikumar. લાઈવ ટેલિકાસ્ટ થવાનું છે હમણાં, એટલા માટે થોડીક વાર, એટલા માટે કે ભાઈ આપણે તે જોઈ શકીએ. અને આપણે બધાને ખ્યાલ છે કે લાસ્ટ ટાઈમ આપણી મીટિંગમાં અહીં આવ્યા હતા અને મોદી સાથેના નજીકના કોઈના રિલેશન તો સ્ટાલિનના છે, ટીવી બેનલના છે, બધા આપણે જાણીએ છીએ. અને જે બંને દેશોના સંબંધો છે એ ખૂબ એને સારા બનાવ્યા છે. આપણે ટ્રાય કરીએ છીએ હમણાં પ્રોગ્રામ જ્યારે જરૂર પડે જો સારું ન દેખાય તો લાઇટો ત્યાંથી બંધ કરજો. જે છે લાઇટ આગળ બેઠા એ ભાઈ સૂચના આપવામાં આવે ત્યારે પ્લીઝ. Please, this is time for a cake cutting. Please, Payal, can you help here? Vandana ji, aaiye, please. You're welcome. Payal, please come on here.
Journey to USA.
Yes, journey to USA.
Thank you so much. Only you can put this thing together. Are you gonna have me blow out the candles? So what is that? You have 5? 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Of course. That thing goes to first you.
Happy anniversary day.
पंजाबाई भैया oh yeah no he lied ना
I'm already put back. Yes. That's what you do.
बड़ा धन्यवाद
Yes.
रमेश भाई बाजी जरा थोड़ा
Okay.
આપણે મૂવ થવું છે તો મૂવ થવા
Okay.
એ લોકોને કઈ સાઈડમાં ઊભા
સાઈડમાં ઉભા રહે
આ લોકો અહીંયા વચ્ચે
Okay.
સાઈડમાં ઉભા રહે
પેલા બહેનોને કે આ બાજુ ઊભા રહો, જમણી બાજુ.
पंजाबाई
સાઈડમાં ઉભા રહે
અરે ભાઈ માઇક આપો, માઇક.
माइक आप भाई
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are actually celebrating two major events today, which happen to fall on the same day, August 15th. One is India's Independence Day, and the other is arrival of Mr. Kumar, Shallikumar, in U.S. It's a long 50 years journey to U.S.
Exactly 3:30 p.m. August
1969.
15th, 3:30 p.m. at O'Hare, 1969 on India's Independence Day.
Let me say a few words about Shallikumar. Mr. Shallikumar, born December 24, 1948, is a Chicago-based industrialist and philanthropist who was the founding chairman and CEO of ABG Group of companies with operations worldwide. ABG over the last 43 years has invented thousands of new products, lines, and created many new industries in the field of automation, telecommunication, and design and manufacture of advanced electronic components. Mr. Kumar is a 1969 graduate of Punjab Engineering College and credits PEC, particularly Dr. Bajwa, the head of department, for his success as an inventor. Dr. Bajwa had taken a deep interest in Mr. Kumar's interest and passion for practical electronic circuit and product design, not so popular and practical at that time. He immigrated to the United States when he was 20 years with a negative bank balance, attending the Illinois Institute of Technology for his master's, which he was able to complete in just 9 months, once again at the top of his class. Mr. Kumar has 22 U.S. patents, including pending patents to his name. He invented the first microprocessor-based French fry computer for McDonald's, as well as a programmable limit switch, PLS, for the automation industry. He is a specialist in the design of ultra-high-speed circuits, as well as high-frequency radio frequency interference, earning him a nickname of Dr. Noise by his peers. He is recognized as one of the top 100 electronic hardware engineers in the world. Born to a Gandhian freedom fighter, Shallikumar was active in student body at PEC right away from the beginning. In high school, he had founded NACO, National Anti-Corruption Organization, that spread rapidly in North India in his PEC days. He had the gift of a powerful poetic oratory as a teen, so it is not surprising at all to his classmates that he has emerged as the most powerful voice of Hindus in the United States of America and all over the world. He's also a conservative commentator and a foreign policy expert on Southeast Asia, and a community leader, a philanthropist, and a mega political donor. In the last decade alone, he has contributed over $20 million towards these efforts. Mr. Kumar met Ronald Reagan, Jack Kemp, and Don Totten in early 80s and came to be known as the first Indian-American Republican in the country. Don Totten, Reagan's Midwest campaign manager, specifically acknowledged Mr. Kumar's contribution to Reagan victory in 1980. Mr. Kumar later served on a small business advisory council of President Reagan. He ran the Gingrich presidential campaign in Scott County, Iowa in 2012. Mr. Kumar is the founder and chairman of the National Indian American Public Policy Institute, which took a congressional delegation including House Republican Conference Chair Kathy McMorris Rogers to India in March 2013 to meet with then Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi. This high-profile congressional visit, which came at a time when Modi was banned from entering the United States, ended his isolation from U.S. lawmakers and helped Modi establish relationships within BHP, which bore fruit when he was first selected as a PM candidate and then elected as Prime Minister of India in 2014. In 2014, Mr. Kumar worked with the National Republican Congressional Committee, NRCC, to encourage Indian Americans to run for office and get involved politically. He was also named chairman of the Indian American Advisory Council for the House Republican Conference. In the service of his adopted homeland and serving the interests of Hindu and Indian Americans specifically, Mr. Kumar has become a very successful citizen lobbyist on the Capitol Hill. He, along with a small group of close friends, was successful in cutting off foreign aid to Pakistan starting in 2011 and finishing off in 2018, stopping the $744 anti-Indian immigration bill 2013 in its track in the House of Representatives and stopping the sale gift of 8 nuclear-capable F-16 fighter jets to Pakistan in 2015. Lately, he has been very active in the debate and promotion of immigration bills that are particularly discriminatory to Indian immigrants, affecting the lives of over 1 million high-skilled Indians and the 300,000 children raised in the U.S. In 2016, the Republican Hindu coalition Kumar family spent over $4 million to elect Donald Trump. The centerpiece of this effort was a Bollywood concert and rally in New Jersey on October 15, featuring 9,000 Hindu Americans and a keynote address by Donald Trump. Candidate Trump openly declared that under Trump's presidency, U.S. and India would be best friends, that he loves Hindus and India. The RSC created 3 million television ads which aired on Indian networks in the final 3 weeks of the campaign. The RSC also executed a direct mail campaign targeting Hindu American voters in Florida, Ohio, and North Carolina. RNC volunteers placed yard signs throughout the I-4 corridors in Florida and mounted government efforts. In the final 3 days of the campaign, the RNC made a large digital buy to target undecided non-Hindu and 8 million voters in Florida, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Ohio, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Ab ki baar Trump Sarkar mass campaign with saturated wall-to-wall coverage declared best ad of 2016, viewed by 1.2 billion people worldwide and 16 million non-Hindu Americans, shown 40 times a day to 4.2 million Hindu Americans USA, trended as the 9th most important news in the world, went viral on digital media, 9.4 million YouTube impressions, 3 million YouTube views, 6 million impressions on Facebook, 2 million impressions on Twitter, resulting in 26% of conversion rate or 207,000 net vote gain among Hindu American voters in the battleground states and almost 1 million net vote gained across the country. As a minority Trump supporter, Mr. Kumar served as a campaign surrogate, appearing in national television news, including Fox News, as well as in more than 200 national print and online profiles. He also advocated for Trump in 3-hour-long debates on Indian television broadcasts in the U.S. An official poll conducted by Z News concluded that as a result of this unique campaign, over 1 million Hindu American voters switched from Democrats to Republicans. Leaders of Trump campaign acknowledged the contribution of Hindu Americans getting Trump elected to the presidency of the United States. As a matter of great pride, President Trump celebrated Diwali on the Oval Office in October 2017 with the leadership of RSC. This was the first time ever that an American president celebrated Diwali in the Oval Office, the seat of power for the most powerful man on this earth. Mr. Kumar takes great pride in describing Bharat as his Janam Bhumi and United States of America as his Karam Bhumi.
Thank you, Haider. So actually, today I'm going to try to speak more Hindi than English. I think you probably like that. So right off the bat, I will totally endorse the idea here that my Janam Bhumi is Bharat. But my Karam Bhumi, workplace, is United States of America. And I often say that I'm so lucky to have migrated to United States of America, a land blessed by God to the extent that 7 founding fathers, so wise, came to United States, landed there, were there at the same time. So many bright people at the same time, and created a system of government that appreciates opportunity, hard work, family values, and became of course, the free enterprise that became the superpower, actually the only superpower in the world today. So we are all actually lucky to be here in this country as citizens of this country. ये करते हैं बात कि अगस्त 15 में कोई ज्यादा ही बात है कि पहले तो इंडिया की इंडिपेंडेंस हुई, उसके बाद में हुई मैं यहाँ पे आया शिकागो में अगस्त 15 को 3:30 PM में ओहेर में 50 साल पहले 1969 में तो वही उसी में अगस्त 15 में कोई बात होगी। और एक उसके बाद में आपको और भी बताता हूँ। अच्छा ये है जो कैमरा जो है वहां कर दो टर्न। Just turn it to that, turn it to her. Okay, just turn it to her. So एक और बताता हूँ आपको बात कि जैसे आपको मालूम होगा कि मेरी मुंह बोली बहन धर्म बहन more than bigger than my real sisters, Sharda was born also on August 15, 1947. So I take this opportunity to at this point bring on Skype. He is the a foremost supporter of India, Modi, Hindus, and he will be our chief guest for this evening. So let's get Steve Bannon. Let's first of all have some signs for Steve Bannon. Okay, Hari bhai. No, that's okay. Whatever.
પ્લીઝ જેની પાસે સ્ટીવ બેનરની સાઇન છે પ્લીઝ ઉપર રાખો, ઉપર કરો એટલે પિક્ચરમાં આવી શકે છે. હી લવ્સ એકચ્યુઅલી બીન હિન્દુ યા બેનર સ્ટીવ બેનરની જેની પાસે સાઇન છે પ્લીઝ સાઇન ત્યાં મૂકી દીધી ભાઈ. ઓહ પેલા લઈ ગયો. ઓકે 10 પાન. ઓકે પણ જેની પાસે છે એટલી ઊંચી કરો યાર 10 પાન. અને કેમેરો ત્યાં ફેરવો પ્લીઝ. યા જેની પાસે છે કારણ કે એ બીજી મૂકી દીધી આ લોકોએ. યા ધીસ ઇઝ અ લોટ ઓફ સાઇન ઇઝ ધેર. Yeah. Thank you. Because Steve Bannon, actually he loves Hindu and he loves also our Modi, Prime Minister. Yeah. One second.
Okay, so do we have Steve? Oh, okay. So can we put them on the screen? All right. Okay. So Steve, welcome to RANA Reagan Center again, and let's hear from you.
Audio.
नीचे मैं यहाँ 50 साल से पहले आया। ओके, और तीसरी जो है बहुत उससे भी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट बात ये है कि पहली बार अब 72 इयर्स के बाद में 72 इयर्स के बाद में 1947 से 2019 कितने हुए 72 साल के बाद में कश्मीर जो है पहली बार आजाद हुआ है। तो ये जो है ये नहीं होता अगर मोदी नहीं होता। तो बोलते हैं ना मोदी है तो मुमकिन है। अच्छा, जो आप जो है कुछ ज्यादा यहाँ पे कश्मीर वगैरह से नहीं है तो आपको ज्यादा नहीं मालूम होगा, तो मैं थोड़ा बता देता हूँ। पहले तो मैं पंजाब से हूँ और कई साल वहां पे जहां रहता था बॉर्डर से सिर्फ 12 मील 12 miles away from the border. So I've seen wars. I've seen war of 65 particularly. Pakistani planes used to fly over our head and we used to go on the top of the roofs instead of going in the basement and flaunting them to see when they come in and attack us. So anyway, we got kind of a little silly, but you know, I was a young boy at that time. लेकिन आपको ये बताता हूँ कि ये जो कश्मीर की बात है वो मतलब कि क्यों जो है ये आर्टिकल 370 क्यों निकालना था। अच्छा, आपको ये बताते हूँ कि बहुत सीरियस बात है। जनवरी 18th की नाइट, जनवरी 19th की मॉर्निंग कश्मीर वैली में, श्रीनगर में 1990 में क्या हुआ? सब बाहर से लाउड स्पीकर में बोल रहे हैं, मॉस से कहीं सभी से यही बहुत लाउड जो है स्लोगन आ रहे हैं। पता क्या बोल रहे हैं वो? जागो जागो, रूस ने बाजी हारी है। जागो जागो, अब रूस ने बाजी हारी है, अब कश्मीर की बारी है। और उसके बाद में और कुछ जो अब उसकी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, उससे किसी के भी आंसू आ जाते हैं। कश्मीर बनेगा पाकिस्तान हिंदू मर्दों के बगैर। पाकिस्तान बनेगा कश्मीर बनेगा पाकिस्तान हिंदू मर्दों के बगैर, लेकिन उनकी औरतों के साथ। So all this history of Kashmir is the radical Islam for all these years. You see, the West has learned about the radical Islam only in the last 30 years or so. But Hindu nation, India, has seen radical Islam for the last 1,000 years.
Right.
And when you see actions like this, I see a girl here in tears. I assume you probably are from Kashmir. So, everybody will tear up. So, you know what the women, this was the first time women, जो औरतों थे, लड़के जो थी, उनको क्या करना पड़ा? जो पाकिस्तान के जो पाकिस्तान की आर्मी के और कश्मीर के जो रेडिकल इस्लामिस्ट हैं, उन्होंने क्या किया? उन्होंने ये किया कि जब भी हिंदुओं के पंडितों के उनके घर तोड़े, उसके बाद दरवाजा तोड़ने के बाद उन्होंने जब लड़कियों का अटैक किया उनके ऊपर, तो उनको मालूम हो गया लड़कियों को, तो जो सब जो है मैन जो थे, पंडित जो थे कश्मीरी पंडित, उन्होंने क्या किया कि वो लड़कियों को स्टोर में क्लोजेट में छुपा देते हैं। अब कैसे छुपाते? तो लड़कियों ने पता क्या किया? Over 20,000 women self-immolated.
Oh my God.
Just that night.
Oh.
तो अगर मोदी ने अब इसको ठीक किया है, तो उसमें क्या गलत बात है? Okay, so I think we're going to turn to Steve again to ask me some questions.
Shalli, the first question I have is I just said earlier that we had two great events in the United States in the summer of 1969, the moon landing and the arrival of Shallikumar to the United States.
Thank you. I don't think I deserve that adoration, but coming from you is great.
Shalli, but tell us, I think what I like most about the story, and I'd like to hear a little bit more of it, how you got off the plane and you had negative net worth, you had virtually no cash in your pocket and you had no savings. Tell us what it was like when you first got to the United States. Given the success you are today, did you have a vision that you would make it this big, or what were your thoughts when you first arrived?
Well, actually, what happened, Steve, in 1969, in the final year, you have to start thinking, oh, now I got to go into workforce. What am I going to do? There are no jobs there in India, and at that time, corruption was rampant. And my mother was totally anti-corruption, and so I could not imagine working for a day in India, so I decided to come to United States. So for that, you needed a scholarship and you needed some money, and our family did not have any money, so they had to show that we had the money, so all our friends and relatives, they put the money in a bank account and show that we have the money. So, so then we come to, I come to the United States. Now the money has to be returned, so I am minus $5,000. So, you know, I was interested in many things. First, of course, the biggest thing was electronics. You know, it was very hard to invent in Punjab Engineering College, which where I was from, because you know the availability of components and all that was not there. And here I came to a land where you could design, and actually Manny probably saw that. He was part of this when he was working at AVG. That's Sharda's husband, my brother-in-law, and he saw that we were able to design. I'm pretty good at sketching out a hardware circuit design. So I designed a circuit. It takes me like a day or two to design a circuit, which other companies take like 2 years to design. But I was in an environment where I will see a product every 2 weeks. Every month I'll see a product. So I developed over 1,000 different products, and at that point, that's what I did. I just loved inventing products. Of course, the transfer computer and PLS and all that came about from there. But at that time, I was not thinking business. I was not thinking politics. I was just thinking of design, design, design. So that's kind of my story from there. And then, of course, what happened was, I won't bore you too much with that story, but I was inventing so many products that the owner of the company, National Controls, he did not want to let me go, and they made me a partner for nothing, no money. So I'm a partner there, and the company became so successful in a few years. They said, "Why don't you just buy this company?" I said, "I don't know how to run a company. I know only how to design." "Oh, we'll teach you how to design. I mean, how to run the company." So they actually managed to finance, set the purchase price, and everything themselves. Could not have better bosses than John Ruzier and Gus Kuchaski. They were my two bosses, and they helped me become the owner of AVG. That is what is great about America. Here, the talent is what matters.
What his program is. His program is more security for India, greater economic growth for India, and a larger role for India on the world stage. And I can tell you, as a supporter of President Trump, there has not been a better ally we've had than Prime Minister Modi and the people and nation of India. Now, it's in the summer of 2017 that we had to have an ordered withdrawal, at least start to downsize our involvement after 18 years in Afghanistan. That clearly changes the geostrategic equation throughout that region of the world. And I think given the insurgency, given the violence, given the lack of economic progress in Kashmir, it seemed to me that Modi had no other choice but to waive Article 370 and actually try to put forward a program for the betterment of people in Kashmir. What the world press in attacking Modi about this fails to realize is that Prime Minister Modi has done this as much for the people in Kashmir as anywhere else. He wants to see prosperity, he wants to see peace, he wants to see growth. And I think under his leadership, given what he's accomplished in India over the last few years, I anticipate that what you're going to see in Kashmir in the future is the beginning of security, the beginning of peace, and finally the beginning of prosperity. Shalli, I couldn't be more appreciative of building a friendship with you over the last couple of years. Our friendship really started with the rise in the election of Prime Minister Modi back in 2014. And I knew when we had you on the radio show in New York City, and when we had you on the pages of Breitbart being interviewed or writing articles to us, and then all the great work you did when I took over the campaign in August of 2016, you really became a partner. And if it was not for you, Shallikumar, I'm telling you, I don't believe President Trump would have been President of the United States. It was the critical nature of these Hindu-American votes, the Indian-American votes, that pushed President Trump over the top in many of the battleground states. So I want to thank you for your friendship. I want to thank you for introducing me. Also understanding Prime Minister Modi better. And I got to tell you, I think Prime Minister Modi, particularly given the situation we've got in Hong Kong, the situation we have in China, I think Japan, India, and the United States are going to be the guarantors of peace and security in the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean in decades to come. And that's primarily because of Prime Minister Modi. So, Shalli, thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, Steve, can you hear me?
Over 1 million Hindu American voters switched from Democrat to Republican. Leaders of Trump campaign acknowledged the contribution of Hindu Americans getting Trump elected to the presidency of the United States.